Very good afternoon everybody and welcome back here to the 2024 Bowl Scotland National Championships. We're live from the National Centre for Bowling in Ayr. So we've got one more game for you this afternoon, so let's have a look at what's coming up. We're going to turn our attention now to the ladies singles. It's a quarter-final game. It's last year's winner Emma Mitchell taking on Jaclyn Neal. So as you can see, the weather's changed in the last 30 minutes for those of you watching the first couple of games, and we've got some lovely rain showers here. Hopefully the wind will just blow them away. Players are just looking to complete the second of the trial ends, and then we're going to go straight into this game. Ladies singles, 21 shots. They'll be able to book themselves a place into the semi-finals. Both players wrapped up. Quite rightly so as well. So while we're finishing this trial, let's have a look at the players. Emma Mitchell from Gilmerton, last year's winner, only 20 years of age. She's playing with a Taylor Blaze size 3. Started when she was 9 years of age. Biggest influence in the game, her brothers and dad play bowls. So that keeps that competitive mindset, especially when it's against a family member. You always want to beat a family member. It's just that extra bragging rights at the dinner table. Obviously won this last year as a defending champion. So we're going to have a look at her opponent. Colin's got that one.
Yeah, Jaclyn from the Arthurley Club, playing with size 1 Taylor Aces. Started the game when she was 10 years old. Another one that's come through because it's a family sport. She cites her biggest supporter as her mum, who started her playing and takes her absolutely everywhere. And she's also our biggest supporter. So Jaclyn's been here all week, as we say. So Jaclyn did well in the under 25s this week too, and was narrowly beaten in the semi-final. So she's had a good run. She'll know the Northfield greens, although she won't know them in the rain this week because this is pretty much a first.
So Emma's playing with the red disc bowls and Jaclyn with the blue. Similar colour bowls, so we'll need to have some eagle eyes out there for the stickers. Great to see young players getting through to the latter stages of the main competitions. It's always a shame, isn't it, when the rain falls. I've been seeing some of the pictures and the news reports for the last week, seeing you've had glorious sunshine. So when I left Manchester at 4 this morning, I just thought I'd pack a little bit of Manchester rain for you, so you can blame me for the weather.
That's good of you, Jason. Thank you.
All heart. It's quite a specialist field, I think, playing in the rain sometimes. It's a completely different art form, especially when the greens start getting a little bit of standing water on the top.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the girls handle this. I think we know from the previous games today that this is a very playable rink. It'll be interesting to see if the spattering of rain changes the dynamics at all. But
it's not affected Jaclyn. She's got 2 great balls there.
It's gone pretty aggressive this already. Good chance.
Anything on the jack?
Yep.
Well played.
Yeah, well played.
Big turnaround.
1 red.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. I always think you can't have anything better in your bag than a chamois when it's wet. I've had so many different bowls class, but I always go back to my old chamois. I just think it just gives you that nice bit of grip on a wet bowl.
And then there's players who probably don't even carry a cloth. Their grip allows them to just power through. But
must have a big hand. I've got small hands, so I struggle in the way with the rain if I don't have it.
The cup grip where the bowl sits,
yep,
quite low in the palm of the hand, you can get away with it, but unusual for players not to use a cloth.
Some hardcore supporters there, and they're sat in the rain.
buying a packet of crisps as well, I think. Interesting that the girls are favouring this side of the rink when every other game today they've gone the other way.
Yeah, most players have fancied that backhand in this direction, haven't they? Slightly smaller ball sometimes reacts a lot differently, doesn't it?
Yeah. 1 red. Two red.
Oh, she's like, well, both hands are more than playable, thank you. So contact has done.
1 blue.
It's in for shot, looking a little bit lonely.
I'm not sure at the first end there, she's not particularly shy and going for it again, but just on the wide side this time. Jaclyn. Started well.
She has, yeah, she has started well. Played some really good balls. Some good conversion balls from both players has been played as well.
The rain certainly chased the crowds away, Jason, don't you think?
It has. It's been good, hasn't it, for the last couple of games? Maybe just sheltering in the various food outlets.
Yes. They're certainly not going to be a long game this in terms of the time, because they are not hanging around here, are they?
No, they're very quick on the mat, aren't they? I like that though. I do quite like play that's just consistent. I hate slow play.
Just keeps the pace of the game going.
Yes, it does.
Red.
I am for a little bit of psychology and things and a bit of gameplay, as long as it's fair. Sometimes you can just ever so slightly change the speed of the game, deliberately. But I think as long as it's done in a professional manner, I think that is part of the game. Well, in any sport.
Yeah, of course, as long as it doesn't turn into gamesmanship at the end of the day.
1 blue.
It's a fine line, isn't it?
Yes, very fine line between game management and arrogance.
Correct. Confidence, not arrogance.
She had to give that a chance. There was nothing for short. She needed something past to give herself another option.
She did, but she's made her intentions very clear in terms of what's coming now, though.
It's nearly finished perfect. Does the jack go by that bowl?
She may have got contact on this.
Has done.
There we are.
Straight out the ring. That's a good hit. Didn't hang around. Played it well.
It's like a whole target.
Start again. It's up to the players
keep
when
them
an
up
end's
at
killed.
Okay,
If you
that's
both
fine.
agree to stay down here, you stay down here. If you can't agree, you have to go back to where the last jack was cast from.
It's amazing how many players don't know that rule.
You'll look at each other.
They assume the person that delivered the jack has the choice. It's not the truth.
Nope. Yeah, good adjustment.
1 red.
Jaclyn may just swap to the backhand, bowl or the jack.
Effort. Narrower line.
Come far. Doesn't want the jack.
Okay.
2 red.
Jaclyn just looking for slightly narrower, that's all. Second prize.
Yeah, cuts it to 1.
One red.
Just not making a trip, so another single for Emma.
Thank you. 1 red.
We have an intruder on the pitch.
Yeah, Seagull just joined the party.
Oh, he's off. I'll let you deal with him. He's slightly bigger than me, I think.
It's that time of night, unfortunately, and
Oh, you did say about 5 o'clock-ish,
as
didn't
soon
you?
as it gets, slightly later in the afternoon, then the Seagulls decide to make an appearance. With that, back turned immediately.
bend at the end with the pace coming off. It's well played.
1 red, we measure.
Hesitations from Jaclyn onto the other side. With a chance.
1 red.
Well, certainly guarantees second.
Also changing, which is maybe a surprise.
She's good pace. She's doing it very well.
I should be happy with that.
Yeah, she's
Red.
well played. Not wasting any time. The ball's away. Looking for something similar.
Line again.
Yeah, it's weight dependent, isn't it?
It's decent. Well played.
What a bowl.
Well played. Good game.
One blue. Yep. Pauline, can you put score 2-3 after 4 ends?
Made a sturdier stuff than me.
Some people must have come well prepared because it was nice this morning and the sun's been split in the sky. Yeah, there's brawlies everywhere. Great opener.
Great reply.
What a reply.
They're certainly not letting the rain get in the way of some good play.
And they're not phased by playing either hand, Jason. They're just flipping from one side to the other as they need to.
Yeah, they're changing a bit, aren't they? And you know, and to be fair, I think they are definitely two different paces. The other side, I think the better hand is a slightly heavier hand, I think, but
Possibly.
they're playing it well.
One red.
Well, an extra chance now for Jaclyn. Just forehand with a tiny bit of pace. You can use that last bowl, promote her own. Gets down, she releases it. Wants it nice and full into the jack.
Well, there's one way of doing it.
One blue.
And a chance. Well, let's drop in time.
What's the hole? Oh,
Try.
You're holding 1.
Jaclyn not going to look at this. She has an opportunity here to turn her own onto the jack.
she nearly got the jack solid.
Or just play it dead like that.
Wow, that's impressive. Making this rig look really easy, aren't they? I don't need to turn the bowl, I'll just play a dead jack round the corner.
Everybody else is just making a simple game look difficult, aren't they?
So, can she just basically pick your weight, hit the target here? She's probably 3 down anyway, she can nearly get the jack
Yeah, she's
absolutely
been
clean.
happy to go quick, previous, so I'd be surprised if she's not going quick again.
That does surprise me, she's played that. Really surprised me, I thought maybe a bit firmer. So a really good bowl from Jaclyn there with the last. It's definitely 2.
Three balls. Thank you.
3 shots.
3 blue.
Little cheeky touch, nearly.
I think she needed a touch just to take that
red.
yard of pace off it.
Nearly.
Yeah.
You're holding one.
She's just giving Emma a chance here, but that maybe makes it slightly more difficult. It's a good line for that side if it runs.
Just lacking the pace.
That's the problem.
So a chance here for Jaclyn. Down to the shot ball will be very good. Lifts her own.
Slightly surprised she didn't play that with more, Jason.
Yeah, I thought she'd be a little bit more positive. I'm not quite sure if it's just given up.
Good line again. Just not reaching. Yeah, Jaclyn had the ball away for 2 or 3 there, didn't she?
Yeah, or lifting her own ball.
Yeah.
With Lauren Rodey and Catherine McIntosh from Stonehaven, Leanne Watt and
One
Lauren
red.
Bailey White from Croquetti and Port Seaton report to the main office, please. Thank you.
So it is a 1 for Emma.
Score 3-6 after 6 ends.
Just trying to see if is it still raining. It'd be nice if it just stopped. Give the ladies just an hour of dry. Get the game done.
Does look visibly slower, doesn't it?
Yeah.
After that shower.
Yeah, the balls are definitely just pulling up. They're both playing a very similar length, to be fair. There's not a lot of difference between the two lengths. I think Emma's playing just ever so slightly shorter. There's the correction.
Jaclyn's ball's maybe swinging slightly more than Emma's, but not all in it really, is there? Oh, good one.
3 red.
This isn't far away.
Yeah, look how far that went.
Probably stopped for second.
Surprise, just keeping her side here.
Any contact on her own will certainly guarantee.
Pace is good, I think. Wow. Just missed the line.
As soon as she let go, she knew she'd
Yeah.
found a rather
Facial
different line with
expression
that
gave
one.
it away, didn't it? May just be one. Or two.
Well done, Colin, yeah.
Or three.
2 red.
2 it is. So Emma bounces back. Just one adrift now. 5, 6.
You certainly couldn't call this one at this stage, could you?
No, there's been some good play by both, hasn't there, really? Some good attacking balls as well. It's not gone
That
very,
looks a bit short.
I could say it's gone very short, hasn't it? Matty's right back, so it'll need to be 23 metres. Must be okay. It's the marker's responsibility to challenge the length. See how the lines may just slightly change. Played it well at this length, first bowl. 18 inches or so.
What a reply. Well played.
Can she just find the
And
gap?
another reply. Good stuff.
She's fortunate enough to just squeeze through there, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Just a little squeeze would have been really, really good.
Jaclyn's got nice play here, hasn't she? She's got opportunity to play through.
Pace wasn't really bad, was she? She went that tighter line, didn't she? That plant is really, really good. However, that's not finished in a bad place.
I think. See what Emma chooses. There's more risk if she changes her side. She does have the opportunity to draw round the front ones, and even finishing 2 feet beyond the jack's a good result, I think. Yeah, probably needs another yard out of that, I think.
Yep. Came back a little bit further than I thought at such a short length.
So we're all square.
6 all after 8 ends.
One red. Score 6 all after 8 ends. Umpire, please.
So, just the jet length has been challenged. Thanks for joining us while they measure this. Hope you're enjoying the game so far. We're back with you tomorrow as well at 9 o'clock in the morning. Ladies pairs semi-final. That has been now decided who's going on the broadcast rink. It's going to be Stonehaven against Cockenzie and Port Seaton.
Well done, Jason.
I'm getting good at this. Also, thanks to Colin for joining me in the commentary box for both of the days. It's a pleasure having you, mate. I think we can just also be quite remiss of me not to mention the late Andy Meakinson. He does a bit of commentary with me, unfortunately no longer with us, on behalf of all the bowlers, especially everybody in Scotland. Such a massive character in the game of bowls, not just in Scotland but all over the world really. He's done everything, hasn't he? He's been a great coach, manager, part of the selection committee for all age groups, you know, so he'll be really, really sadly missed, you know, and our thoughts go out to his partner Donna and her daughter Rihanna as well.
Yeah, Andy was a massive part of Scottish bowls for, well, decades.
A large character, wasn't he?
Yeah, he worked well with all the selection. You know, when I got involved in selection, I still describe Andy as my provocateur, and that if you were making a decision, Andy always questioned why, and why, and why, until you were all comfortable that you had the right decision. And whilst in selection, you will never get the agreement from everyone. Then I think, provided you have a team who challenge each other and ask the why question, then you arrive at a result that ultimately you become comfortable with. And Andy was a big part of that, big part of 18s, big part of 25s, and of course the senior team too. So yeah, sadly missed.
2 blue. It's a ball short of Jack high.
Coming back nice here. Just push that slightly more past the jack.
3 blue.
Certainly a bit better than what it was. Ideally would have been better right behind it. Beggars can't be choosers. Surprised at that. There's so many bowls to sit on that forehand.
Yeah, Emma will be disappointed with that. You know, she showed her hand early in this game for being up and at it, and to drop off and, well, lose a count is certainly not part of the plan.
Four blue.
So let's see what she does with the jack length. I mean, Emma's been playing that 23-24. Jaclyn's been playing only just slightly longer. Will she take a gamble and go even further? Not much further.
No, it's not, is it?
Trouble is, whether they're scoring or not scoring, they're both playing pretty well, aren't they? So sometimes you think, well, I'm just going to stick with what I'm doing well. Hopefully, just play the better bowls.
I think that's sometimes the case in singles, isn't it, Jason? Is that, sorry, trying to throw your opponent off, but often you upset your own rhythm by trying to do that as well. So you stick to what you know and what you're comfortable with, and if you start to get an advantage, then that's what you should continue to do.
It's all on good pace because it should just get underneath.
Yeah, just failing on pace.
1 blue.
Yep, taps off.
Good
Played it
again.
well.
2 blue.
But Emma might just attack these 2 balls. No, she's sticking with that forehand. I don't know whether they might just tempt her on the backhand to play them both away.
She should get down to her own here.
What's it on the running surface? Has done.
That may be enough.
1 blue.
1 blue.
Maybe not. How is she this time? Lacking?
Right, chance here. Backhand straight for the 2 blue balls. No, she's playing the draw.
She's got not even going to guess this time.
Hard to tell, isn't it, unless you're overhead. I mean, when it was up, you'd have to favour it, but it's just fallen away from the jack. I thought she's got quite a good weighted ball. I didn't know whether she may have just taken a little bit of a chance there to play the 2 balls away for a 3 or 4.
1 blue.
Still 1 to blue.
Score is 6-11 after 10 ends.
A high scoring game on rink 3 there, 13-1 to blue. Playing with confidence. This last 3 or 4 ends, Jaclyn's just kind of said, no, okay, I'm just going to stick to what I know best. Draw, draw, draw. And she's playing some really good, top quality stuff.
She is, and even the last end when she dropped her first ball a yard and a half or so short, her adjustment was excellent.
Here again.
Yeah, this is impressive stuff.
Very similar for Emma. Don't want to start trying to drop too much pace out of it if she can just get down into the balls or the jack. Just 18 inches really. Is that nice and solid? Push it past. Couldn't have finished much better neither. Well, Emma. Line's good. What's the pace like?
Wow, great try.
Holding 2.
Like shelling peas.
It's too easy at the minute, isn't it?
Exhibition stuff, that. Trouble is, if you play just to draw again, if you're not within 6 inches, you're still 3 down. So I think it's, if she's 3 down now, which I think she is, I think she's got to attack this.
I think she'll go quick at this, surely. She may be perfect here. Oh. As you said, if you're not to 6 inches, nothing.
I mean, she's played an absolutely fantastic ball there either way. It'll be cruel if she's not got shot out of that.
Jaclyn looks confident.
She does.
It's her own.
2. Thank you, ladies. 2 blue.
Yeah, so very unlucky. So a nice commanding lead, 13-6 for Jaclyn Neal. So tomorrow's schedule, I've just been informed, the gents singles final, which was scheduled for 4 o'clock, is now been brought forward to 3 o'clock. So if you're wanting to tune in for that or even coming down to watch it live, it's now a 3 PM start for the gents singles final. Ladies final, of course, is at 1 o'clock.
Good start from him up, but on the last few ends, it won't be enough.
Unlucky, just got that little bit of a bad bounce. Just change onto the forehand.
Or go quick.
Yeah.
Jaclyn has to cover here, surely.
You would think so. The trouble is, she's got the bowl out, hasn't she, for 3, yeah. Jack for 3. Which one do you cover?
The risk is just as high, isn't it? But
well, she's saying I'm going to try and get a bit of both.
She couldn't possibly cover both, could she? So she's just played a 50-50 kind of shot in there.
Right on the back of the mat.
You feel Emma needs this, don't you, to halt momentum.
Oh, unlucky. Just dropped a bit of pace off, didn't she? This is where resilience comes in now, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I think Emma's playing badly at all. It's just Jaclyn's consistency is just wearing her down just a little bit.
This is where maybe just that very subtle change of pace in the game may just come in just ever so slightly. Just slightly slow it down a little bit. But I definitely think if she gets in, she's going to have to go something very extreme, I think, because Jaclyn, she's just playing too well.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a 6-14 game, does it? But
no.
But that's what the scoreboard says, and that's what counts. You don't care how you get to 21, do you?
No. Sometimes you just got to win ugly, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's all part of sport. like a machine, isn't she? I'm not quite sure what she's had for lunch, but I'll be having that sometime. Great reply.
Just picked the line again, you know.
Superb.
One blue.
Just looking at something very similar.
What's the drop inside that? What a good home that is, isn't it?
Covers both things there, doesn't it? I mean, there's a little tickle on the pickle with the last bowl just to make a fall.
His body language suggests that's wide. To contact.
See what she was playing there? She was trying to play, turn her bowl away, get to her own for 2, turn the jack for 4.
Yeah, she could have tidied it up a bit just by chipping her own over a little or dropping off behind it. Kevin would stick with a shot here. Turned her back on it quite quickly.
One blue.
So the defending champion certainly being pushed here.
I feel Emma's got to take this chance here.
Yeah, she's given her 2 goes at this. That's more than she's been getting.
It's Jaclyn's worst 2 openers for quite some time. Hasn't quite managed to take advantage of it.
One blue.
I'm surprised she swapped there. She'd played a good line. She just needed to add a yard, you know, either side of her own bowl. And even if she lands her own bowl, you keep swapping between the 2 hands. You know, it's definitely a different change of pace. This backhand's been playing a bit funny all day, I think. That one bowl wider than your initial line,
drifts out,
and it definitely sticks, but she has been playing it well. I'm not sure whether she's just put the jack in a slightly different position.
Changed her hand again. Like,
I think this is the better hand,
used to run a couple of turns on that.
just not reaching.
Three blue.
3 blue, well,
Would be a cheap 3.
Yep.
Emma's just gone forehand, forehand, and then back to the backhand again. She's forced there this time. It's the line.
It's the best line of the lot.
Should drop underneath.
That's a huge sigh of relief there for Emma Mitchell. Needed that one for sure. I think a 3 there would have been almost just too much to get back, I think.
For sure, she needs to jack back, and it'll be interesting to see what she does now.
I'd put the mat back and throw it in the car park behind, as far as she can.
There is 7:15 after 14 ends.
I definitely think she needs to stretch this out. So probably, maybe not even full length, but she definitely needs to be going something like 28, 29 metres. Just to be a slightly stronger ball, just see how they react on a further distance.
Yeah.
Listened. What you could do is ask the question and get a really good opening bowl.
Should come off that line at the end. Bad.
Well, plan A's worked. Better line.
Normal service is resumed.
One blue. Two blue.
Even when she's played a bad bowl, she's corrected quite well, hasn't she? She really has. She's really putting Emma through the paces here. Emma's, being fair, she's just struggling a little bit as well.
Yeah, it's just relentless, isn't it? It's.
She's not letting her settle. That's the problem.
No, not at all.
She's forcing her to play different hands all the time. I think she could be a little bit more aggressive at times, but yeah, she's certainly controlling it, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Singles. Well,
give her a chance, Jason.
Is to just get by the first one. Oh, unlucky. Just got by there. She was in for shot.
Jaclyn had a glance down there. What does that mean? Knob?
Tight.
Both.
Yeah. Point each. See, now I think she needs to be a bit attacking at this.
If she had a ball left, she might.
Was that her last ball?
Yeah.
Not get 5 in
Don't
Scotland,
get
no.
5,
Oh dear me. Got some balls behind us here. Just throw one out.
One blue.
Single. How do you reset when you're playing, Colin, over the years, when you're going through this kind of a game where you know you're struggling, but you also know that your opposition's also playing really, really well. You know, what techniques or how do you reset and think, right, okay, let's go again and try and make a push for a finish line?
Usually throw the teddies out the pram and throw a mat and kick the bank in.
That's not what I was wanting to hear.
No, that's just me though. No, I think, look, I think I always tell myself or anybody else that'll listen, you have to change something, right? But so psychologically, you have to just change something in terms of what you do now. It doesn't matter what you change, whether you do something silly like change your cloth. Psychologically in your brain, you need to switch something off and get back in and reset. Sometimes you just have to remind yourself why you're there, right? In terms of what's the prize, and in these type of competitions, you know, you need to remember the prize is huge, you know. So you've got a chance of a Scottish title, you've got a chance of a British title, you may have the chance to play abroad and champions and so on and so forth. So you need to get that straight in your mind and make sure that you focus on the opportunity and remind yourself what you can do. You know that you're not there because you played badly, but you need to find something. And you know, sometimes you need to win, you know, dirty, and you need to grind out a result. And there's lots of players who can do that. So yeah.
There's an opportunity though here, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure.
She won't get many opportunities like this, and she's actually taking it as well. Look,
yeah.
That's three absolutely fabulous balls there.
And if assuming that doesn't change, that will give her confidence. You know, 16-7 sounds like a big score, but you know, 3 followed by a 2 followed by a 1. You know, you're in the game.
Come on, Jaclyn.
Jaclyn's not quite. Well, she may have saved one.
In for third.
Emma just needs to be cautious that she doesn't, you know, get a bad contact in here.
Red.
Yeah, she doesn't want to land on her own shot ball and fling the jack out, does she?
She's gone wide enough.
Steady.
What would you change if things weren't going for you? What's your mantra?
I just try and slow myself down, just take a little bit more time, think about things a little bit more, maybe even change my hand.
Yeah, it's all about changing something, isn't it? You know, you need to find something that works.
2 red.
We tell the players, you know, certainly 2 weeks ago in Belmont when you're dealing with under 18 players, is that if it's not going right, you know, use your coaching staff tactically.
16 after 16 ends.
Slow the game down if that's what it needs to do it, without getting into the gamesmanship side. That's not the right place to be. But use your coaching staff tactically. You know, use them. Ask a question. Often your coaching staff might see something that you don't recognise.
When you're in the middle of a game, I think sometimes you can get caught up in the game, can't you? Yeah. And sometimes you just don't see that something that is blatantly obvious to a coach or even someone sat at the side, isn't it? And so how many games have you played where someone comes up to you and mentions something and you didn't even know about it? Didn't even know. So like you say, this is where coaches come into their own. I think it's important that bowls do use coaches. You know, as long as you've got that respect, I mean, 'cause it's not all about being able to play the game at a high level to be a coach. There's lots of different sides to coaching.
Like I think when you're working with players at you know, who are talented and who are already, you know, international players at whatever level, right? There's not a lot of technical coaching goes on in bowls, right? A lot of it is it's support, be that, you know, moral support or, you know, whatever type of support mechanisms they need. You know, do they need a bottle of water? Do they need a bit of nutrition? What is it that they need? And somebody that they can trust as well, right?
1 blue.
I think trust is the big word in what you've just said there as well. And I think for if you can just give someone 5% extra during a game, that could be a big thing.
Yeah, and to do that, you need to be able to, you know, build some form of relationships with the players. You know.
Two blue.
This is a big ball from Emma here.
Well, yeah, it is. You know.
Otherwise, she's very much in the danger zone.
The way she's been playing, I'd be very surprised if she doesn't make this one count as well.
She's picked the line again, Jason. This is just pace now.
If she gets bored putting them all near the jack every single time.
Very, very good.
Three blue. Score is 9-19 after 17 ends.
So a triple. 19-9 after 17 ends. The marker, yeah, confirms that as well. So within touching distance of that place in the ladies singles semi-final. That lady's red cagoul's blowing around, isn't it? It's either that or she's just come off the log flume.
She's dropped this jack a bit shorter here.
It's only that much up.
Might just call. I think it's a good choice. That 99 buys you a little bit of time now as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be watching this. I'd be standing off the rink, so having a little quiet, a very big quiet word with myself. Oh.
Jaclyn's about 3 yards, I think, shy of where she's been playing that jack.
You're new to the sport or you're just tuning in for the first time watching, what they're doing here is we have a minimum length for a jack cast. So the jack has to be 23 metres from the front of the mat. That's the shortest distance that you can play to with the jack out of your hand. We do often sometimes get a rebounding jack as well, so if the jack gets hit and bounces off a ball and goes back up the rink, then the jack has to be 20 metres. And then when you deliver a ball, the shortest ball you can send, if it's a blocker for example, is 14 metres. So there's lots of different little small rules people forget. I've had a guy against me try and play a blocker and he sent it about 8 metres. I got the umpire to come and lift it. He wasn't very happy.
Poor. Then we go longer.
Going mid-range.
Got the mat up a fraction without measuring it on the eye. Feels about the length that Jaclyn was playing.
Well, that's the start you want. Well played. So another opportunity. These are the ones that you must take.
One red.
Played.
Yeah, it's finished well.
Two
Nicely
red.
tucked out of sight.
Well played.
One blue.
Held a long time, didn't it?
Yeah, it didn't go far, did it? I think the water's probably just slowing the speed of the green down. It definitely looks a little bit heavier than what it was early today, but it has been consistently raining now for best part of an hour and a half, 2 hours. Ooh. Again, that's another time she needed to be up. She could have played the ball away, turned the jack. You know, these are the balls that you really do need to be positive with.
1 blue.
So 1 needed.
Score is 9-20 after 18 ends.
Not bad opener.
Should just grab it. Nearly. Oh, that's match line bowl.
Sure is, yeah. Same ball from Emma. Should grab it though. Wide enough?
She's got the pace, she's okay. She has done. Well played. Great bowl.
1 red.
Nothing too fancy, just a nice solid draw, and if she just gets one really, really close, stops her scoring multiples.
Yeah. Corner. Gets the shot.
No, you're holding 1.
You'd take anything, you, Colin, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah.
You'd have clapped that in.
And have in the past, yeah.
Well, lift it onto the jack.
Careful. Jaclyn played much the same, you would think, just nip the line a touch and hope to turn her own or drop to the inside.
Little unlucky there. I like the pace she played. It was a nice, safe pace. Probably just a bowl type, that's all.
Non-runner. Too much
One
danger
red.
perhaps there for her.
Yeah, it's one of those. Do you take a chance and try and lift your own onto the jack? But if
10,
it goes slightly wrong, you lose the
20.
game. Or
19 ends.
you try and plug away. She's got to win every single end now.
Yeah. You set yourself just small targets here, don't you? You just say, it's one at a time. That's all you can hope for. And you hope that if you can chip it away, then you put your opponent under some kind of pressure and they start to doubt themselves.
Correct.
Nice opener from Jaclyn.
Just too many loose balls, I'm afraid, this afternoon, isn't there?
Yeah, too many short balls, and Jaclyn's just improving on her last effort. Emma has to change now.
Shaking the head, she's thinking, oh my goodness, what on earth do I have to do?
I suspect that could be people walking across the back of the rink, Jason, but could be wrong. Okay, it's a 1-ball recovery now.
Blue.
Well, last ball needs to kill it. Oh, just got a little ricochet off the front, but that's not going to be enough. And that's going to be another shot for Jaclyn Neal, and that is a real professional, steady performance, isn't it, to be fair? Last year's winner, Emma Mitchell, she's out of the competition. Fortunately, she's just beaten by the better player this afternoon. That's what happens in sports. Sometimes you just got to take your medicine and bounce back for next time. Thank you for joining me today, Colin.
Well, enjoyed it. That was a good game to finish on. Jaclyn played very, very well there.
Certainly did. So Colin and I are back with you tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, let's have a look at what we have. So tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, ladies pairs semi-final. It's Stonehaven against Cockenzie and Port Steeton. 1 o'clock, we see the grand final for the ladies singles. And then we brought the gents singles final slightly forward, and that will now take place tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, I'm afraid that is all we have time for. So from everybody here at the National Centre for Bowling in beautiful Ayr, it's goodbye for now.